In the last issue, we discussed what a strong culture is. Now, allow me to take you on a journey through the cultivation of what I shall term a strong culture mindset. This concept, at its core, is about transforming one's way of thinking, shedding the skin of conventional beliefs, and adopting a perspective that aligns more closely with those who wield influence and power. 1. Perspective and position. The leader's viewpoint. Let us begin with perspective, a concept as old as thought itself. Imagine, if you will, the difference in the view from a mountaintop and that from the valley below. The one who stands atop the mountain sees the vastness of the world, its possibilities, its threats, and its opportunities. In contrast, those in the valley are often confined by the walls of the landscape around them, seeing only what is immediate, often limited by fear and a sense of smallness. This is the difference between the mindset of the strong and the weak. The strong view the world from the mountaintop. They are not confined by the limitations of the immediate. They do not dwell on what is lost or what cannot be done. Instead, they focus on what can be achieved, how they can lead, and how they can shape the world to their vision. It is this mindset that we must adopt if we are to rise above mediocrity. We must consciously reject the mentality of the victim, the subordinate, and instead, we must learn to see the world through the eyes of a leader. 2. Environment and background, the shaping of worldview. But of course, perspective does not exist in a vacuum. It is shaped by our environment, by the background from which we come. Those who are raised in simplicity, in sheltered environments, often find it difficult to grasp the brutal realities of the world beyond their comfort zones. They are like plants that have only known the warmth of a greenhouse, untested by the harshness of the wild. To cultivate a strong culture mindset, one must step out of the greenhouse, so to speak. One must expose oneself to the complexities of the world, to its competition, its struggles, and its demands. Only then can one begin to develop the resilience and the perspective necessary to succeed in a more complex environment. 3. Following and imitating the strong, learning from the masters. But how does one achieve this? The answer I propose lies in emulation. We must learn from those who have already climbed the mountain. It is not enough to simply admire their success from afar. We must study their methods, understand their mindset, and most importantly, follow in their footsteps. This may seem a daunting task, especially when the ways of the strong seem foreign or even unpalatable to us. But remember this: the path to power is not always one of comfort. It often requires us to do what is difficult, what is counterintuitive. Yet, by aligning ourselves with stronger individuals, by trusting in their methods and adopting their ways of thinking, we can gradually transform our own mindset. We can learn to think like them, act like them, and in time, we can achieve what they have achieved. 4. Acceptance and adaptation, the road to mastery. Finally, we come to the most crucial aspect of this journey: acceptance and adaptation. To adopt a strong culture mindset, one must first accept the guidance of those who are stronger, even if it feels uncomfortable or goes against our instincts. This is not about blind obedience. It is about recognizing that our current way of thinking may be limited, and that by following the path laid out by others, we can eventually refine and optimize our approach. Consider this process as similar to learning a new skill. At first, the techniques may feel awkward, the methods foreign. But with practice, with experience, these techniques become second nature, and we begin to see the world differently. Our perspective shifts, our mindset strengthens, and we find ourselves capable of achieving what once seemed impossible. In conclusion, the cultivation of a strong culture mindset is not just about changing how we think. It is about changing who we are. It is about stepping out of the shadows of conventional wisdom, rejecting the comfort of the familiar, and embracing a new way of seeing the world, one that is defined by strength, resilience, and an unyielding desire to lead. So I urge you, do not be content with the view from the valley. Climb the mountain, adopt the perspective of the strong, and let it transform you into the person you are capable of becoming. For it is only through this radical shift in perspective that we can truly achieve greatness. This article is first and foremost to help you open your mind to cognition. Thank you for your time.